Hello and welcome to our second soft skills workshop, Communication That Connects. We're going to review both verbal and nonverbal communication skills. So communication is everything. We're in a service-based business. You can know all of the exercises, nail your anatomy, have the best sequences you've ever planned, but you can still miss the mark with a client if your communication is off. Today, we're going to talk about how to be intentional, both with your words and with your body. First is nonverbal communication. And the reason we discuss this is because what you don't say is almost just as powerful, sometimes even more powerful than what you do say. The cues that start before you even speak. First is eye contact. Eye contact builds trust and conveys confidence. A person who knows how to make and hold eye contact is self-assured and empowered. New clients walking into a studio often feel vulnerable and nervous. Put yourself in their shoes. If you make eye contact, you're sending them a message that they are safe and that you've got them. The second is active listening skills. These are incredibly important when working in a client service business, especially when it's talking about their health. Our clients need to feel heard, understood, and that their fears, concerns, and questions are all valid. The easiest way for you to show that you're fully present and engaged is to keep that phone of yours out of sight. Unless you're using it for a session, even a quick glance doesn't tell them that you're here with them. Posture. A slouched body is a tired body, and that's what they're going to mirror. Be upright, be grounded, be energized, move with purpose. When you stand while you teach, your voice will project and you'll have command of the room and authority in your instructions. This is why we as classical teachers don't believe in doing the class while teaching the class. If you are laying down, you can't project your voice or establish a rhythm. If you are in a challenging movement, you can't demand more out of your client. You simply are not the best teacher you can be. Watch your facial expressions. Smile. Seriously, smile. Your resting face says a lot about you. Be conscious of a furrowed brow, of pursed lips, a tight jaw. Someone can hear when you smile. When you make a phone call to somebody, can't you hear that there's joy in their voice? And this is a joyful part of their day. Reciprocate that sentiment by giving them a smile. Teach with energy. Don't just park yourself in one spot and bark orders at people. Move around, use your body, adjust bodies. Make presence a verb, not just a noun. Energy is not just how you project your voice, but it's also how you move your body. If you are stagnant, then the energy in the room will also be stagnant. Your energy is like a handshake. It introduces you before you even speak. Lastly, how you are dressed. I don't want to sound like an old crow here, but how you dress is a form of communication. It tells your client if you're energized, if you want to be there with them. When you are dressed tidy in properly fitting clothes, it tells the world around you that you take yourself seriously. You are committed to doing good work, that you have high standards for yourself. Sloppy dress or comfort clothes give the impression that you're ready for cozy time on the couch, not for showing up for the work. We are fortunate that our industry allows for clothes that are comfortable and easy to move around in, but there's a line when that crosses over into sloppy. And you want to make sure that when you are picking out your outfit in the morning, that you are conveying the message that you want to convey. Verbal communication is just as important. Your words should inspire to encourage and build connection with your clients. Try not to use the word no. Instead of saying, no, not like that, why don't you try something like, let's try it this way. A little adjustment here will make a big difference. Or you can always introduce a little comedy. I always love to do that. And I say something like, oh, I love how you just did that, but now let's try to do it correctly. And that's sure to get a giggle out of them. Corrections don't need to feel like criticisms. We also want to have voice modulation. Your voice should mimic the energy you want from your clients and from their movements. If you have levity in your voice, there will be levity in their body. If you have rhythm in your voice, their movement will match your rhythm. Think of yourself as a musician. Your voice is your instrument and you want them to dance to your music. Give compliments to people. Notice them. Notice their efforts. That's a huge improvement from last week. I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness, you're really connecting to your center today. That is a strong ab connection. Or something as, do you remember when you started and you couldn't reach to your ankle, and look at where you are now? This kind of connection, this kind of compliment and recognition has the added benefit of helping your client feel seen. Something that adults, and especially women, need to be seen and acknowledged for their efforts and successes. Clients are going to leave you standing taller, but we want that to be both literally and emotionally. Celebrate your clients' milestones, even the small ones. That's the strongest teaser I've seen you do. These moments create return clients. So keep in mind that your presence is your power. Clients remember how you made them feel even more than the exercises you choose. So now I want you to think about what's one verbal or nonverbal communication that you're going to change or be more conscious of in your next session. Until next week.